Welcome to the Bucket List Buster Travel Show. Your Bucket List Buster Travel Show helps you make your bucket list dreams come true. Host Karen Duncan spent decades running the travel business. She, along with other industry experts, share their knowledge, travel stories, and wisdom about how to travel, where to travel, and how to have a stress-free adventure. Tune in, give yourself permission to focus on yourself, create lifelong memories with families and friends, and finally learn to relax, rejuvenate, and reconnect. And here's the host of your show, Karen Duncan.
Aloha, buenos dias, ni hao, yahate, bula, guten tag, bonjour, jumbo, boa tarde, everything's Irie, and good afternoon. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hey, my friends. Happy 4th of July for my family and friends in the United States. And happy past Canada Day. It was this past Monday for all my new friends and followers and listeners from Canada. This has been a special week. We're going to have a good time today. Let me just start off by saying today's topic could be a little controversial. So if you're listening to the podcast in the car or at home and you have kids around, you may want to listen to it first before you allow them to listen to it. I don't know your take on the cannabis tourism business, but that's what we're talking about today is cannabis tourism. We have a fantastic guest speaker, Miss Kolbe Rose from the Stoney Moose dispensary in Alaska, in Ketchikan, Alaska. So we're going to talk to her a bit about the process of legalization of cannabis in Alaska, their dispensary, what they offer, her journey to getting to where she is today. I mean, it's really an interesting conversation. And whether you believe it or not, it is the new fabric of society in a lot of countries. And instead of steering away from it, I thought we would embrace it and we'd talk about it. I did visit the dispensary when we were in Alaska because I'd never been in one, and we'll talk about that. When I grew up, I was also the daughter of a cop. So, weed was one of those things that you did with your friends in the basement, or you hid and you didn't let anybody know you did it. And people have been doing it for hundreds of years, and I could go on about why it was deemed illegal in the first place, but that's a whole different story, and that's not part of my tourism journey. But that's what we're talking about today. It's going to be a very interesting conversation, and I think you're going to enjoy it. If not, I'm sorry. But I'm embracing controversial topics about tourism, related to tourism on this show. And I had been putting this off for a while, but I think that because it's becoming legal in so many different places, now is the time to talk about it because people want to hear about it. So, therefore, let's talk about who's listening out there. Thank you. I always thank you, listeners out there, for listening to me. I have expanded to new countries. I appreciate you taking time. I hope we're interesting enough for you to continue to listen. I would love for you to like the show. However you listen to it, like it. And please share. So right now, who is trending for listening to your Bucket List Buster? Did I even introduce myself, Karen Duncan, your Bucket List Buster? I got straight into the topic today. That's what I did. But anyway, I am Karen Duncan, your Bucket List Buster, live from Panama. I'm in San Carlos, Panama. I'm an expat from Austin, Texas area, actually Pflugerville. What's up, Pflugerville? Nobody ever gives him any love. Born and raised in Chicago, and I've been in the travel business for 24 years now with our company, Peaks Cruises and Tours. I've been podcasting a little over 4 years. I started off live on AM radio in Austin, Texas, and needed a more international platform to talk about travel and tourism. And so here we are. But the United States is leading the pack. Thank you, U.S., my friends and family. I know that's y'all out there listening to me, and I appreciate it. Australia, Panama, Canada, Spain, United Kingdom, Germany, Hungary, France, and New Zealand. Thank you so much, guys. And the cities that are representing: Westerville, Ohio. Who do I know in Westerville, Ohio? You need to hit me up on Facebook, your Bucket List Buster Facebook page. Let me know who you are from Westerville, Ohio, Panama City, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Southport, Australia. Hola, Carrie, Karen, Kevin, and Grant, my friends that we met on our last cruise. I hope you extended this opportunity to some of your other Australian friends. Tell them to listen in. Chicago, that's my family in Chicago listening to me. I know it is. Erie, Pennsylvania, Mountain View, California, Kapalapa, Australia. Hey, and Miami, Florida. Hey, I know who that is too. In Miami, Florida, listening to me. So what's up, David? Anyway, if you are listening, please go to our Facebook page or Instagram, Your Bucket List Buster, and let me know who you are. I'm getting lots of people that are asking to friend me on Facebook, and I'm doing it. So I hope that means that you're going to continue to listen from here on out. So I'm going to go ahead, since it is the 4th of July, and I know most of y'all are not going to listen to me on this exact day, but the shows are posted in the universe forever, so you can download it and listen to it whenever you feel like it. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about travel trends, which in this episode is about cannabis, and then we'll talk to our guest, Miss Kolbe Rose. This is Karen Duncan, your Bucket List Buster. I'll be back in a minute.
Why stay local when you can go global?
It's gonna be free right about now.
With Norwegian Cruise Line, you can shift out of traffic and into vacation mode. Before you know it, you'll be free at sea. What is free at sea? It's your choice of up to 5 free offers, like free unlimited open bar, free shore excursions, and more. So sail to the Caribbean, Alaska, or Hawaii and vacay your way, only on Norwegian.
To book your Norwegian cruise, contact Peaks Cruises and Tours at 512-529-3696 today. Welcome back to your Bucket List Buster. Karen Duncan here, your host. And today's topic is cannabis tourism. So that is one of the hottest new trends in travel right now. Some of the first things that are apparent are that cannabis recreationally is becoming legal in a lot of different places. Everyone has known that Amsterdam was the place to go, and they've been popular since the 60s. With their cannabis coffee shops, and it has drawn tourists to Amsterdam, like I said, since the 60s. And then Colorado came on board in 2012. A number of other states are finally starting to come on board. What you have to recognize is that there are some states that are legalizing it for recreational purposes, and some people that are legalizing it simply for medical marijuana. So you have to know if you're interested in either. And most people start out looking for it for medicinal reasons, to be honest. It is helpful. And I've talked about, you'll hear me talk about my story in my interview with Kolbe when she and I talk. There are studies that prove that it can help in a lot of ways. But right now, people are really becoming interested in it recreationally, and that's kind of what we're talking about today, more so than the medicinal effects. Colorado came on board, like I said, in 2012, and they're starting to get their numbers in now about what or how much cannabis tourism is doing for their economy. So it's grown. Cannabis tourism in Colorado has grown by 51% since 2014. And most years the numbers are available is 2016. The state saw 6.5 million cannabis tourists visit for skiing, mountain vistas, and dispensaries. So that's significant. That's not just your weed heads sitting on the couch, the ones that people have in their mind of the 19-year-old that has no motivation in life. That's what they show you on TV, right? And so anyway, I'm not going to get on my high horse. But anyway, so in Canada, some experts estimate that the yearly tax revenue on legal marijuana sales could run as high as $1 billion. That could feed a lot of kids in school. That could help a lot of homeless. That could do a lot for local economies and infrastructure in the long run. So let's just take a look at cannabis tourism. So Amsterdam's been doing it for years. It is growing. It is one of the hottest trends in tourism right now. People are flocking to places that have legalization or dispensaries. So as part of their adventure when they go to these places, some people are choosing to go to these destinations because of cannabis, and some people are finding out about the opportunity once they've decided to go. So there is a mix. I don't know that other than Colorado and now some places in California, that people are specifically only going for those reasons. And that's the piece that's beginning to grow, where people that are from states where it's not legal. I moved here from Texas. When we left Texas a year ago, they were just legalizing medical marijuana to be able to be used for people that had epilepsy. They were very specific. There were only 2 medical reasons, and one of them was epilepsy. So people are now starting to look, okay, let's go on vacation. Let's plan a marijuana vacation. Let's have some fun time spending time in a legal state or country, and give some tax revenue to the governments, and because they think like we think, So that's what they're doing. So like I said, 51% in Colorado, 6.4 million in tourism, 1 billion in Canada. So what do they do when they go to these places? Well, there are marijuana tourism activities, believe it or not. Numerous entrepreneurs are legalizing recreational marijuana tours. They're catering to vacationers, and they're trying to expand their offerings for people that may want to go as a single, people that want to go as close friends, and only their friends participate with them in these opportunities, activities, and shopping and more. And it's because people there's this stigma still of, do I really smoke pot? Do I participate in cannabis? People of my age specifically, that have worked in corporate America and places where if your employers or even family and friends found out that that's what you were doing, you would be penalized, and you would lose your job. Your family would stop talking to you. People treated it like being an alcoholic. And we all know that there's a lot of people that drink more than they should out there. And that doesn't have the stigma that people that may light up a joint or two currently have. So some people want to travel in their own little exclusive groups. And then some people are actually doing tours. There are tour companies out there that are offering just like guided tours for you to go see the ruins in Egypt, or go to Rome and see the Colosseum. There are tour companies out there now that are offering tours. They call them the 420 related. Everybody knows that's Pot Day, April the 20th. So the easiest way to plan a marijuana vacation is to schedule it around a marijuana themed festival. So festivals are huge. I know Austin used to have a Reggae Fest, and